Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will be continuing from where we stopped in the part one of this same video where we discussed about walls. So in this video, we'll be talking about windows and doors and how you can actually place them in Autodesk Revit. So to do that, we'll be placing windows and doors in a wall. Why are we placing it in a wall? Because windows and doors are families that do not place aside; they are placed in a wall. So we'll just be drawing a basic wall, then we'll be putting the windows and doors in this wall. So we'll start off with the wall we created in the last tutorial. So we'll just type WA in our keyboard. Always remember to save your projects whenever this message pops out. You can also change the time, the reminder intervals on when they do pop out, but I don't just want to save this for now. So we'll just be using the basic wall we created. If you remember, we created this 225 mm white wall in the first video. So to do this, I'm going to be drawing just a basic wall. This is a 225 mm wall, and I'm going to be placing doors and windows in this work. I can just do this. Can just make this a square if you like. Might be long, so okay, yeah, this works. Ctrl Z. Okay, so I'm going to be putting a window in this. I'm going to be putting various types of windows in this work. So to put windows, the shortcut for windows is WN, or you can go to architecture here and click on window, but I'm going to use WN because I like using shortcuts a whole lot. So these are the basic windows that are in this Revit template, which is the default metric template. It doesn't mean you cannot load in windows from elsewhere, or you cannot use windows that you already have or you already created in this project. So I will be using the ones here, and I will also be loading the ones that I have in my private components. So to load in windows from Revit here, so these casement windows, these are double hung windows. So let me just use this casement window, and then I'm going to place it. So one thing with Revit is that it's going to it's going to show you the swing of the windows. Sometimes I do not like that because it ends up interfering with the graphics of my work, especially when I'm doing a whole work, a professional work. I don't want the windows to be swinging out, but we'll just put that in this project. So I can put two of them here. So when I click one, Revit is going to show me the dimension between the two of them. So this is 2.3. I just want to make this 2.5. Okay. So these are the windows. There's the window. So what's the size of this window? 1.2 is the default size by 1.5. So if you go to your 3D, you're going to see it. My one is running too high. Let me just leave this at the ground. Sorry. I'm going to cancel this and then first floor, sorry. Okay, so this is the window and how it's actually looking. Okay, so this is the front of the window. If you check very well, when we place this swinging out here, so the window swings. Don't make a mistake and make your window to swing into your building, into your spaces inside your interior spaces. We want them to swing outside. So I'm going to show you the difference between these two things. So if you swing into your space, if you go to your 3D view, you're going to see the window because the casement window. You're going to see the window. You're going to see this the orange part of this window here. This is the front view. You're going to see it here, but this is how we want it to look. We don't want it to look this way, so we'll click on this and then we'll swing it back. Okay, another way to swing is to use your space bar key in your keyboard to swing instead of clicking this. So you can use the space bar key and then you swing. Okay, so that's for Windows. The default height for this window is 900 by default, so you can change that and you can equally edit the windows. So let's be sure about the default height. So the default seal height. So this is where the window started up to here. So of course, yeah, we're at 900 mm, which is the standard seal height for Windows. The size of this window might be too high for me. I might not like it. So this 1500. I might just want to make this one too. So how do I do this? Click on one of the windows. I will edit the type, and then I will duplicate and call this 12 by 15. So I want to call this 12 by 12 mm. So I'm going to enter. Then once it has been created, I'm going to go to the height here. Then I'm going to change this to 1.2 meters. Then I'll enter. I can equally change the materials for the windows, but that's going to take us a whole lot of time. It's not as if it's big, but it's going to stretch the duration of the video, and I'm trying to minimize how long the video is actually. So we'll leave this at 12 by 12. Then I will apply. Then click OK. So yeah, the size of the window changes to 1, 2. So I can equally click on this window and then change it to the new one I've created. So this is this. So what if you want to make other types of windows that you want to use in the project? Of course you can. WN in your keyboard to load another type of window. Let's say I want to load in this fixed window. It's just one single plane, one single swing. It's not like double swing, it's just a single swing. So this is the window pane. If you go to your NGL, you're going to notice the window is swinging the wrong way. It's swinging inside. We want to just bring this outside. So yeah, so this is how it's going to look. The default seal height is 9.1, and I want to make that bigger. I want to increase the window. So I can edit type and then duplicate. Then I can call this 600 by 600. How to do that? Okay, I'm thinking of something. Okay, let's just do that. So 600 by 600 mm. Okay, so these are windows you can actually use for your toilets. So 600 by 600. Okay, then you apply, then you click OK. So this is basically your toilet window. So, but of course the seal height is not correct. So how do you adjust that? So we're going to use the AL tool. AL stands for align here. So we'll just want to move this up, and we'll click this so the window goes up, and then you can have your toilet window. So this one thing about windows in Revit is that you'll be needing to change the materials for you to actually have windows looking uniform. So you might want to change the material of this window to look like this. Okay, so that's for this window. I want the new trending windows. Now, yeah, that reminds me. So when you change the seal height of this window, because of its height and where the floor plan is being cut at 1.2, the floor plan is cut at 1.2 height. So the seal height is above 1.2, this 1.5. So you are not going to see the window here. So the window is not going to appear in your floor plan like this, but it's still here as you can see. So when I dimension, I can dimension the window here, of course, but it's not visible because of where the plan was cut from. So you can still change that later on. So there's this trending new windows that are around at the moment. So we'll just be looking at how to create that. So we'll edit type, then we'll duplicate it, and I can call this 750 mm. Then I can enter. Then if I go to my seal height, my window, my width, I'm going to still change this to 750, and I will enter. Then for my height, I want to make this 1.2, 2.1, sorry. Then I can place this window here. So if you go to your 3D view, you're going to see the window here. So the window is really tall. You can use this for your staircase. You can make it as tall as you want. You can equally decide to let's swing this very well. You can equally decide to put the window anywhere you like. These days we have windows looking like this. I want to edit this, and then let's just say 1.2, sorry. Okay, so you have this window here, just one single plane here. So these are just various ways you can actually place your windows and your doors in Autodesk Revit. That's for windows. We will not actually talk about though. Now someone might ask, let's dimension DI for dimension, and then you have this. So why is this one showing and this one is not showing, but they are the same type of window? Because if you go to your 3D view, this window and this window looks the same, but this is not showing in the floor plan, but this other one is showing in the floor plan. Why? I think I explained that a little bit earlier on. So the floor plan we're looking at here in Revit is being cut at 1.2 meters above the ground. So any window that doesn't fall between 1.2 is not going to be cut. So this is in 1.2, that's why it's cut. This is in 1.2, that's why it's cut. So let me just show you that using something else, another tool. So I will just highlighted this, then I'm going to use the section box, or I can put the password, which is BX, on my keyboard. So I can put this all in section box. So what does section box help you to do? It helps you to view a particular section. So this is a box. You will see these arrows pointing you to direction. So you can reduce this and cut this here. You can even cut the middle of the window. So it's going to show you how the window is going to look in section. So, but I just want to explain something to you. So in the floor plan, these windows were cut like this. So that's how they were cut in the floor plan. So you can be able to see the windows in the floor plan at 1.5 from the ground level. So you can see this window, you can see this one, you can see this one because of their seal height. So you can see. But the other window here, this one, the seal height is above 1.2. Sorry, the seal height is 1.5. So the floor plan doesn't cut up to there. Assuming the floor plan cuts up to somewhere here, then we can still see all the windows, but it doesn't cut up to there. So that's just that. So if you're in section box and you want to come out from the section box, how do you do that? Under your property browser, just go to section box. Here you see it's ticked, just uncheck it, and then voila, you're out from the section box. So that's how you can create windows in Revit using the default windows you already have in your project. You can also have other type of windows. This is the double hung window in the default metric template. So if you go here, you can see the window, the double hung window. You can also use this in your project. So what if I have a window in my project that I have a window somewhere else I want to use? What do? I'll go to window, and under window here in the modifier tab, you're going to see load family. So I'm going to click load family. Then you will need to go and find your window where you placed it. So let me just go to desktop, and then I think I have this is a Rovers, and I want to use, I can use this window, is Rovers window, but there are other windows too we can also use in Autodesk Revit. Depends on the one you yourself actually want to use in your project. So I can equally use this particular window. So if I click on it, I can click open. So it's going to load from when the window was created, from the Revit it was created, to the new Revit that I am using for the work, because it needs to upgrade itself. So it's upgrading from 2015 to 2024. So that's the upgrade of the window. It's going to take a little bit of time because it's going to generate, but you can still use the window in your project. So once it's done, yeah, I have my window loaded in now, so you can see the window here. So I can click on this. So this is a sliding window, as you can see from the floor plan. So this pane is sliding towards here. There's another pane, so it's a double pane sliding window. So if I go to my 3D view, you're going to see the window here. Looks really nice, and you can see it swinging. Do I want to edit that? Yes, you can. You can go to edit type, then you can edit. You can edit the window too, like other windows. So let's say I want the width to be 1200, and then I want the height to be 1200. Sorry. Okay. Then I will apply. The window is going to take time because it needs to adjust so many things from when it was created, but it's still going to work out, and then you will still be able to use your window in your project. Then I'll click on OK. So as you can see, my window has changed. So if I go to my south, you're going to see the window. And this is what I love about using really good windows in Autodesk Revit. So look at this window. It's a casement window. It's really nice when you're working, especially in working drawings. You will need to show all these door window swings where they are actually swinging to your elevation, and this is our south elevation. So you can see the lines showing you where the window is swinging. This is showing you that it is a sliding window, so you can see the arrows showing you that this particular left pane slides to the left, to the right, and this right pane slides to the left. So this is a double hung window. It shows you that this comes down and this goes up. So this is actually good for your graphics in working drawings. It makes your work look nicer. So when you're 3D, you won't see them. You just see your windows looking really nice. So for doors in Revit, we'll see go back to our natural ground level, and then we'll click on DR. That's the shortcut for door, or you go here and click on door. So DR, we have basic doors loaded in this project. I just want to use this, then I will just edit one single door. Let me duplicate. Always remember to duplicate so you don't lose the original. Let me call this 900 mm door. Then I enter. This 900 as the width. Then the height is still going to be 100. Okay. So to swing your door, you can use your space bar. It's going to allow you to swing the door. If you come down here too, you can also swing the door. So let's say I swing this here. So in your 3D view, you're going to see your door here. Here it's looking like a door. So you see the door, they share the same head height with the windows. So that's what you can do with the default doors you have. But what if you want to load another door? That is not this. So what we need to do is to type CS and then loading family, and then we can go and find the door. This is my favorite door I have in my project, in my component. Okay, this. So I'll open this. It's going to upgrade a little bit, just like the window we brought in from my template, my component too. So it's going to upgrade, and then you can be able to use the doors in Revit. So this is the door. It's kind of a double swing door for your entrances. So I want to leave this here. So I'll click on this, and I will edit type. It's good to duplicate, so please do remember to duplicate, but for now I'm not going to do that. Let's just do the rough width. I want the rough width to be 1.2 meters. Then the height is 200. Then for the other smaller door, I want it to be 300. The right side. Okay, the right side here. Okay, apply. Then I can click OK. So if you see, this door is looking weird because from here to here is 1, 2, 3, which shouldn't be. Then from here to here is this. No, I want this to be 900. Then the remaining can be for the other side. So I'm going to go down here and find the right swing here. Okay, so I'm going to just call this 900. Then I'm going to apply. Then I'm going to click OK. So the door is not looking that way now. So when we go to our 3D view, you can see the door looking really nice. I love using these doors for my exteriors. It just makes sense, a whole lot of sense. So if you go to your south, you're still going to see the door. Let me just move this door. Okay, let me remove the dimensions so you appreciate the door. So for your working drawing purposes, you're going to have these lines showing that the door is swinging here, is swinging here. So it just helps you for your graphics. So that's how you load doors from any component you have, or from the ones that are already loaded in from Revit, and then you can use them for your project. I hope the video was helpful. Please click the like and share button and share to your friends. Subscribe to our channel, and then please click the notification bar so you get new videos such as this when we do drop them. See you in the next video. Peace.